Hello, Let Your Yoga Dance teachers. I am so happy to be talking to you today. Irena and Andrea and I just completed special populations training, so we're just all filled with joy about the new tribe that has come into our midst. And yesterday, when it was graduation time, I was reminding the group that it was actually a commencement, a new beginning, an auspicious beginning, which then reminded me of our special chant, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, which then reminded me of a mudra, which I wanted to share with you. Ganesha Mudra, the mudra of auspicious beginnings. So we interlace the fingers, bring the third fingers up together, and then wrap the index fingers around, and you have a little elephant ear, see? Isn't that cute? So it's like Horton the elephant, except it's Ganesha. So if you just breathe for a few minutes into whatever it is that is a new beginning, you can really bring in Ganesha, the energy of auspicious beginnings and the remover of obstacles. I wanted to share with you this amazing book. Joseph Lepage actually studied Kripalu Yoga teacher training long ago and then went off and did incredible things. The director of integrative yoga therapy and an author of many books. I think the Yoga Toolkit is a phenomenal text for teaching yoga, learning yoga. This book is just hot off the press. I got it off Amazon. It's called Mudras by Joseph Lepage for healing and transformation. And as you know, I'm a mudra lover, so I wanted you to know about this right away. It's really, really informative, and lots of new mudras in there for your healing hand pleasure and for hopefully bringing them into your classes. Another thing I wanted to share with you is my joy and excitement around the fact that Let Your Yoga Dance is expanding in so many different ways, lots of different iterations coming into the practice. And one that I'm especially thrilled with is the wedding of positive psychology and Let Your Yoga Dance. So Dr. Tal Benshahar, who actually took Mod 1 of Let Your Yoga Dance teacher training, author of many books, one being Happier. Learn the secrets of daily joy and lasting fulfillment. It's amazing. It's a great book. So that's a good buy to have, because as you recall, our tagline for Let Your Yoga Dance is healing through joy. So I am at this point in time not only teaching in the certification in positive psychology, which is a 10-month program online. There are 2 5-day immersions in it. So I'm teaching in it. I'm teaching Let Your Yoga Dance for positive psychology, and I'm also taking it. So I've got quite a lot on my platter. And one of the things I wanted to share with you today are some aspects of the practice which you can use right away. And the thing I'm really excited about is a thing called finding your choir. So if you can take in the next week or so, next couple of days, next few minutes, take some time to really consider who are the beings in your choir. Because if we really know who they are, the people that we could call on at 3 in the morning, if things are really challenging, because we all go through our challenges. It's really important to know who these beings are, and you might be surprised. You might think that some people are in your choir and then give it some thought and go, not so sure about that after all, and then you might have forgotten really important beings. For example, would you ever consider a 4-legged to be in your choir? I know that my beloved Hakuna Matata, may he rest in peace, is always in my choir, my Royal Standard Poodle. And also those who have gone beyond, guides, spirit guides, teachers, beloved aunts, uncles, parents, etc. They might not be here on the planet, but they could still be in your choir. And then one of the most important beings is you. So if you didn't think of yourself as being in your choir, you need to put yourself in your choir and really work on that aspect of self-love. So that's one of the things that I've really adored in positive psychology. And the next one is what is known as the 30-day challenge. So I found out with all this research going on in positive psychology, the research is out that human beings are really bad at self-discipline. Isn't that amazing? Well, you can kind of imagine that because January 1st, when everybody's making their resolves for the year, how often do they last? Usually maybe a couple of weeks if we're lucky. So the research in positive psychology is that you take on a challenge for 30 days and really work on it. And Irena and I are having a little bit of a competition now. We have these little micro things from Target called Fitbits. Fitbit, F-I-T-B-I-T. And we put them on, and then it tells us how many steps we're walking. So my 30-day challenge was 10,000 steps a day. And I was really fascinated. When I teach Let Your Yoga Dance, I've got at least 5,000 steps right there. But if I don't and I'm on the computer all day, I really see how sedentary I've become. So it's been an amazing thing. And by the end of the 30 days, it became a ritual. So now I don't have to think about it anymore. So if you're wanting something to really boost your practice and Let Your Yoga Dance or anything that you want to be a habit in your life, do a 30-day challenge, and it really works. Another thing I wanted to share with you is something that just came over the airwaves on NPR. And I'm talking to you in July, so it's possible some of you might have heard this segment as well. Adam Grant, who is a professor in marketing at Wharton, very interesting guy, and he's written a book called Give and Take, about givers and takers. And again, the research is out that generosity is so crucial. They found that the best CEOs, the very best CEOs on the planet, were those who were indeed generous, and not generous so they could get something back, but really giving generous beings. So I was thinking about that in terms of us, our community. I can't tell you how grateful, I'm going to cry, how grateful I am to all of you getting on Facebook and being on the association and turning this work, this play, this amazing calling into a circle. I really feel that our community is as good a family as I can find. So how to be as generous as possible. And one thing I'm already seeing is on Facebook, as you know, I don't get on Facebook half, 1/10 as much as the rest of you, but it still amazes me to see, like, if somebody says, I need a chakra 4, or do you have any ideas? And the ideas just pour in. It just makes my heart sing. So I'm hoping that one thing that can happen is, as you know, Irena has gotten all of my playlists, but there's only one of me, and I can only do a certain number of classes in a week. And all of us together can get new music all the time, and we're all at different ages, and sometimes I'm begging, the 17-year-olds. I go, could you give me some music so I can get a little hip here? And so together we can discover all kinds of different music and different movements and things like that. So we're going to be bringing more and more music playlists that are by all of us, not just me, so that we can really learn from each other. So we practice the art of generosity and grow and grow and grow out into the world. And I'm excited because Let Your Yoga Dance teacher training in 2015 is going to Israel. Tal Benshahar has asked me to teach this over in Israel along with the certification in positive psychology. And of course with Australia and people in Shanghai like Jyotika leading Let Your Yoga Dance for all these Chinese people. I mean, we're really going around the world. So that's very exciting. So blessings and love to you all, and hope to hear from you really soon. Namaste. Hakuna Matata. No worries. Be happier.